everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica, and today I'm a little under the weather, so if my energy is not up to snuff, that is why. I've been having some stomach issues, and I just, I had to get on here and film because I needed to get this update done to keep on my schedule, but my energy is just not there like it normally is. I'm going to try to power through this, keep my positive attitude going, so let's do this. This is Pie, or Pan and Everything. This is something that I created years ago, where I literally want to hit pan on everything in my collection. I did stop doing it last year because I was trying to finish so much stuff, but I picked it back up this year, and I'm probably going to keep going with this. Even though next year is a finish year, this is a play year, and I kind of want to make sure that I have something to play with every year, even if I'm not playing with all the things. Like this year, I want to be able to play with some things every year. So I will probably keep Pie going and just see what happens. I am happy to say that I actually have a pan. I'm not really surprised because I am a lip product addict, especially balms and glosses. And this one that I brought in, this is Alpine Beauty Wild Crafted Actives in the Willow and Sweet Agave Plumping Lip Mask. It is basically just the super hydrating lip balm. Most people wear these at night. I wear it all day long, and sometimes I will opt to put on a balm instead of a colored lip product, especially in the winter time, like now when it's super cold. My lips need that extra hydration, and I have definitely hit massive pan on this one. I do use a lip brush because I have tactile issues with getting things under my fingernails. It just grosses me out to no end, and so I did use a lip brush on it, but still that is massive pan, and I am very, very happy about that. If I was not working on another lip balm in a different project, I probably would continue to work on this because I just enjoyed it that much. Though I do have other potted lip balms, lip masks that have been untouched since I got them. So I really probably should start working on some of those as well. But that is not what I'm going to be rolling in. I initially thought that I was just going to roll through all of my lip balms and lip masks, but that's boring. So I will be bringing in something in from a different category and try to keep it a little bit more interesting. All right, we're going to go on to the Marc Jacobs Iconic Fantasine palette. It was pretty much brand new when I brought it in here, and I have made some pretty good progress on it. Of course, I'm going to have the overlay so you can see close-up shots of this. The first one is just a matte cream shade. It is really easy to use. It matches my skin tone very nicely. I tend to use it just in the brow bone area, not as a highlight, but just to kind of cancel out with my primer, whatever I got going on there, just to even the skin tone. And that is primarily how I use it. If I continue to use it the way I've been using it, I do believe I will have pan on it by the next update. The next shade, which the first one is called Flash. The second one is Covets. That is just kind of a medium brown. I have used it some, but not much. As you can see, there's barely a disturbance on the surface of the shadow, and it's not that I don't like it, because I really do. It is a nice shade for me, but I have multiple projects with shadows that are this shade, so it's kind of been spread evenly throughout the projects, and it's just going to take a little while, but I'm going to get there. The next shade is Fantasy. And again, with that one, I have only used it a tiny little bit, and it's kind of that shade that I want to use as a transition, but it's just a little dark. So I'm still kind of working on how I like to use this shade, and until I get to that point, it's just going to be slow going for that one. The next one is She Said. This is probably my least favorite shade in this whole palette. It looks really pretty in the pan, and I generally like it, but it's a satin, not a shimmer, and it's not the right color to use as a transition for me, and it doesn't have enough oomph for a lid shade. So it's just like I've tried using it multiple times. I've tried using it wet, which is why it looks kind of, chunky in there, but yeah, I'm not in love with this shade. And it may be that I just haven't found the right way to use it yet. So I'm going to keep working on it, see what I can do, and, you know, just persevere until I can hit pan on that. The next shade is Meet Ya, and it's M-E-E-T-Y-A, Meet Ya, not you. And this is probably my absolute favorite shade in this whole palette. I love it. It's a good color. And even though it is darker, it's very metallic, and it's got some pow factor to it. And I really like it a lot. That one, I don't know that I'll have pan on that by the next update, but I am enjoying using it. It works well with browns, it works well with oranges, and I am open to suggestions. If you have other colors that you think I should try wearing it with, let me know down in the comments, because that's just the shade that I'm going to have fun playing with. Next is kind of a reddish dark brown. I tried this actually in my brows. It was way too warm for me, but I do like it to deepen up like the outer corners, and that is primarily how I'll use it. Or I will use it if I want a more neutral toned eyeliner. I will set my black eyeliner with it, and it kind of like softens that black a little bit and works well that way. All right, and this last shade, oh, I forgot to tell you, that was called For More. The last shade is On the Dance Floor, and this is much like the middle shade. It's kind of a satiny shade. It's mid-tone. It's not a good transition shade. It's not dark enough for me for a crease shade, and it just doesn't have any like wow factor to it. So that's another one. I'm just gonna have to figure out how I want to use it. And the middle one and the last one are probably the last two that are gonna have pan in it. It's a nice palette, but it's not as exciting as I thought it was going to be. Just going to put that out there. I think I have come to the conclusion that I am not a satin eyeshadow kind of girl. I want to use my satins as almost the same as you would a matte. So like there has to be depth to it if it's going to be a crease shade, or it has to be light enough and tonally correct in order to, you know, blend out my crease. It's just, you know, those mid-range shades are just not, they're not my thing, especially if they're satin. I don't know what to do with them. So that I'm just going to keep on working on. I want to hit at least half the pans in this before I roll anything in its place. So we will I'll have to see what I can do by the next update. I do think I'll have at least one, maybe two pans. All right, now for my roll in. This is from Essence. This is the Soft Touch Mousse, and it is a foundation in the color 01 Matte Sand. I got this a while ago, quite a while ago, and I still haven't used it. I haven't swatched it. I've done nothing to it. So my goal, obviously, is to hit pan in this jar, whatever, and it is glass. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure how my oily skin is going to react to a mousse foundation. This is why I want to try it in the winter months, because I am a little less oily in the winter than I am in the spring, summer, and early fall. So we'll test it now. If it works well, try to hit pan on it, and then I probably will try to wear it again in the warm months just to see how my skin reacts to it. So we're taking the least scary road now, trying it in the colder months. So we shall see how I do. It is a little bit dark, but I figure I can probably use it on the perimeter of my face right now, where I would normally put like a bronzer or something. But who knows? Just because it looks dark in the pan doesn't necessarily look, it might not look that way on the skin. I'll have to wait and see how it blends out, and go from there. So that is my update. One roll out, one roll in, and not many pans on the eyeshadow. Not any pans on the eyeshadow, I should say. So hopefully we can rectify that by the next update. So I'm going to definitely prioritize the matte cream in this and see if I can hit pan on that. I would like to have at least one pan every update, and see if I can really get some good pans this year. I am not sure who else is still doing this. I know Danny's been doing it for quite some time, but If I have a list, I'm going to have it down below. Right now, my thinker is not thinking for me today just because I don't feel well. So I don't even remember what's down in my description box. But if there's any details to be had, they're going to be down there. All right, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until I see you in my next video, have a beautiful day.